enough time to get around this topic, but I think that we had a really good discussion here today. Before we turn to questions and answers, I wanted to just point your attention just briefly here to this table over here, because we brought examples of some patents here so you can kind of get a sense of what a patent looks like. We've got them from any number of countries. Some you won't be able to read because I can't read them unless, do we have anyone who reads Mandarin, Japanese, Korean? Because we got those over here. We do have a U.S. patent. We have a copyright as well. And I have some really fun examples of, I think, trademark, because we've got a Coke can written in Arabic, and I looked at it and I knew it was Coke. I also have a pack of Oreos. I don't know what that means in trademark word.
I don't know.
They came from Egypt. If you've got questions, pass them to Carlisle or bring them on to me. I've got a few to go ahead and get started. Here's one. How is benchmarking your idea protecting it if you still don't have a patent?
So,
Maybe that means documenting it.
okay, yeah, so benchmarks, so documenting your idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a note-keeping type thing. Todd, do you want to speak more to that for actually preparation of the patent?
Like, I guess part of it kind of depends on whether you're making a widget, you're building software, you're making a process. So engineering, for instance, they have, how do I build a filter and those types of things. When I've done it every time, I started with the basic structures and proved each one of the pieces would work. And then the final process before I filed for the patents, I could make all the processes work as one. So a lot of the early stuff is to make each one of the pieces of it and document those individually, knowing that you're going to try to do it. And then I use could I make the entire system work at one time? I see engineers do the same thing with the chemistry, that you can actually prove a process. But I felt like I had to make the entire thing work all at one time before I felt like I could go to the patent process.
And so that's having the operative invention.
Yes.
But as far as actual patent protection itself, that's not really relevant.
I guess in my own experience, one of the most valuable patents that I had any inclusion in didn't have a physical reduction to practice before the patent was filed. It was a complete idea, and so then filing the patent was as good as actually doing it, because it wound up working.
You learn a lot by writing the patent too. I mean, seriously, writing the proper patent takes a lot of effort in getting the pieces done, and that actually helps you operationalize the business at the same time.
We've got a lot of really good questions there, so we'll just move on. I think this is really important.